What's going on, guys? Welcome back to What Cheers. I'm Nick. As always, tonight we're going to take a look at another brand new release from Treehouse Brewing Company. This one is the Lights On. You may remember about a month ago, my last review was actually a month ago, and it was the Lights Out from Treehouse, which is basically almost the same beer as this with a couple slight tweaks. Lights Out was basically saying this is the end of brewing exclusively on our 5-barrel system, and Lights On is basically saying welcome to the new Treehouse, and this is the first beer that they brewed on the brand new 30-barrel system. So huge congratulations to Nate and the rest of the crew over there. They are finally making a ton of beer, and I know that Nate is feeling some relief at this point about that, and so yeah, congratulations. This was the first beer that he did on the new system, and everything I've heard about it is just fantastic. If it's anywhere near as good as Lights Out, it's going to be phenomenal, because Lights Out was one of the most magical beers I've ever had out of a can, and I know that Nate and everyone else felt the same way about that beer. So I want to say thank you to Brian for hooking me up with a couple cans of this. I live an hour and a half away from Treehouse, so I can't make it up for every single release. So I got a couple friends now who are going to hopefully help me out so I can get all the releases that when they come out without having to drive there myself. So I set up a trade with Brian, so thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate it. So guys, as far as what Lights On is, I mean, it's another pale ale. Like I said, it's very similar to Lights Out. The brewing process is a little different. They used, in this one, it's Mosaic, Amarillo, and Warrior. And on Lights Out, it was Citra, Amarillo, and Warrior. And like I said, there were some minor differences in the brewing process itself. But it's fairly similar to Lights Out, is from what I understand anyway. Yeah, that's it, guys. American Pale Ale, 5.6%. Lights Out was 5.4%. And as of me reviewing this beer right now, this was canned 5 days ago. So this is ridiculously fresh. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. This is the Lights On from Treehouse. I am super excited. Alright, guys, the Lights On is poured out there. Beautiful, beautiful beer. Has a nice, almost 2-finger head, dissipating now kind of quickly. Nice kind of medium-sized bubbles. Very, very like frothy head to this one. Appearance-wise, wow, this is pretty dark. Wow, I think this one might be darker than Lights Out. I can't remember. I didn't look at my review, but really nice and deep dark golden honey color to this one. Just can't see anything through it. Yeah, wow, super hazy, completely opaque there, just beautiful. Really looks like a thick, like fresh pressed juice that could have, pulp in it still. It's that like dense looking, really nice dark color to it. Let's go ahead and get an aroma, guys. This can's been out for about a half hour. It's still nice and chilled, but not like, freezing cold. So let's get an aroma on the Lights On. Oh, wow. Very, very classic Treehouse. Wow, just fresh, juicy, dripping tropical fruits. Some citric notes in there as well. Yeah, just big peach, big pineapple, mango, papaya, just really like fresh tropical fruits, very sweet, juicy smelling. A little bit of a resinous kind of pine character, dank maybe, a tiny bit in the back end, but it smells like a mouth-watering juice hot bomb, which I believe was what was fairly similar to Lights Out. This beer smells like the juiciest pale ale, the freshest pale ale that you've ever smelled. It's just ridiculous stuff right here. Absolutely mouth-watering. it just smells like juice. I mean, it doesn't even smell like a beer. It's absolutely ridiculous, but in a good way. It doesn't smell fake or artificial. It just smells like fresh pressed juice. Oh man, I gotta dig in. Cheers, guys. My mouth is watering. Oh man, that is so freaking good. Oh, wow. There's even like a crackery, bready, crackery finish to that. A little wheat kind of taste. Oh wow, real nice stuff. It keeps going. And the hops set in after you swallow it. Oh, wow, such a good beer. Extremely juicy. I mean, it follows the nose perfectly and then some. It's even more intense than what the Aroma gave off. This beer is extremely hoppy as well for a pale ale. Right up front, huge blast of fresh mango, fresh peach. I'm getting a lot of melon characteristics like watermelon, cantaloupe. Definitely some of that just melange of tropical fruits. Just everything. Not much in the way of like lemon or orange. Maybe some like grapefruit rind kind of character in there, which is giving off a tiny bit of bitterness. But really, this thing just drinks extremely juicy. The hoppiness carries right throughout the taste. Right up front, after you get that initial blast of like sweet tropical fruits, you're definitely getting hammered with the hops. Mid palate, just hops, juiciness. The finish, like as I'm talking right now, I can still kind of feel the hops on my tongue. I can taste a tiny bit of bitterness. It's sort of like I said, like a grapefruit rind, orange peel thing. But by no means is this beer really bitter at all. Just extremely well done. Great mouthfeel on this one, yet again. Not thin. It's almost creamy. I'd say medium to lower side of medium mouthfeel on this, but for a pale ale, it's insane. Carbonation, just perfect. Definitely not overcarbed. I'd say pretty much spot on, if not on the lower side, but it's definitely helping. I mean, it just keeps the beer moving. Oh, this is just so drinkable. As soon as you swallow, you can taste all the hops still kind of lingering on your tongue. It's one of those beers that you just want to keep going back for another sip. It's 5.6%. Yeah, it's almost up into an IPA range for ABV, but I think this is just, it's so drinkable. You're not really thinking about drinking that you're drinking a beer. It's just that good. It's just like hop juice. Oh wow, guys, this is insane. I'm gonna sit with this for just another couple minutes here and see if there's anything else I pull out of it. But yet again, a phenomenal beer from Treehouse, and to be expected. Not surprised at all. So I'll be back in a minute, guys, with my final thoughts and rating. All right, so I've been sipping on the Lights On here for about 10 minutes or so, and it's just another home run from Treehouse. These guys can do no wrong. I mean, Nate is probably never going to put out a beer that you're going to be disappointed with. I just don't think it's in him. I don't think he'd allow that to happen. So it's no surprise that this beer is absolutely delicious. Is it as good as Lights Out? I have to say it's a just one notch below. Ultimately, that beer was just fucking magical. And I remember even talking to Nate about that, and he agreed. I mean, everyone did. I just think Lights Out was just fucking perfect in every way. And it was a magical beer, fresh. That beer definitely I like dropped off pretty fast, I think. And I'm sure this will too. Gotta be, just careful with these type of beers. You gotta drink them fresh, keep them cold in the fridge. Get the most out of them while you can. But yeah, that beer was insane. This one is literally like just one notch lower than that, but is still phenomenal. As it warms up, I'm actually picking up some really interesting like overripe banana notes. And I'm not talking about like banana notes that you get from like a Belgian, something like that. I'm talking about just like a real, like somebody put banana in the blender and put it in this, It just has this really nice fresh fruit taste and aroma coming out now as it warmed. Yeah, it's just a tropical juice, hop bomb again. Got a great mouthfeel. Got a really nice, like, slightly sticky sweet like finish and aftertaste to it. Really almost no bitterness. The only bitterness I'm getting, I think, like I said, is almost like a grapefruit rind, orange peel type of thing, but very minimal. I mean, this is just absolutely, it's crushable. I mean, what else can I say? This is just really drinkable, really delicious, and nice work from Nate. I mean, going into brewing this beer on the brand new 30 barrel system and never having made this beer before, pretty damn good job. I'm very impressed. It tastes like Treehouse. It's really up to the level of pretty much all the other beers, and yeah, so congratulations. This is just a really nice offering. My only critique on this lights on versus lights out is that the more I drink it, the more I feel like the flavors that pop up front fly away very quickly. And I don't know how else to explain that, but I remember with lights out, there was just this residual, like, ridiculous level of just juiciness all throughout the palate, and then afterwards it just didn't go away. Like, every sip was so jam-packed with just basically just juice flavor and hop flavor. With this one, the hops are definitely there throughout. You get that tropical juice packed, like, punch up front, but it flies away off the palate pretty quick. And also even though it has a good mouthfeel to it, for some reason it almost tastes like this one's watered down compared to lights out. And I don't mean to make it sound like it tastes like watery or anything like that. It just, maybe it's because, like I said, the flavors are just up front, kind of quick. They're in the mid palate briefly, and then they fly away. I just don't know why that is, and I'm not trying to pick it apart because I think it's fucking awesome. But if I'm gonna compare lights out to lights on, those are the things that I notice. You're not getting. It's not resinous or piney in the taste or anything like that. I mean, it's still all tropical fruit flavor. It's not yeasty or anything like that. It's not dank. It's just the flavors seem to come and go quicker, and it tastes like a little watered down compared to the lights out. But really, that's the only critique. It's got everything else going for it. So, if this is Nate's first batch of beer on the 30 barrel system, it's a pretty damn good job, and I'm sure he's going to be tweaking and nailing down the little things in the coming brews. And I'm sure the next batch he does of this will be even better than this one. So, and even so, it's still a 96 on BeerAdvocate, if not higher. I mean, it's just, guy is seriously talented, and this is just incredible beer. So for a rating on this one, guys, it's got a 96 overall right now. There's only like 30, 40 ratings on it yet. I'm sure there'll be more. In the last review for Lights Out, I think I gave it like a 99, and it's gone up to, at the time it was like a 93 or 94. It's gone up to like a 97, which I predicted. So for this one, it's at a 96 now already. I'm not gonna give it a 99 like I did for Lights Out, but I think I'll split the difference and say either a 97. Yeah, I think I'll go 97 on this one. Just 2 points lower. I just think it's just fantastic. 97. I mean, come on, it's really, really high score, and it's even 1 point higher than online right now. So it's an A, almost an A plus beer in my opinion, and just a really, really solid offering from Treehouse. Super juicy, tropical, and hoppy, and extremely easy to drink. And quite frankly, it really just has that classic Treehouse tone to the whole thing. You can really pick out a Treehouse beer after you've had enough of them. I could do this blindfolded and pick out a Treehouse beer. I just love that they have their own distinct stamp on their beers, and this is just great. So thanks guys for watching this review of Lights On. I'm very excited I got to have it, and and have it fresh is the most important. So remember to comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Lights Out or Lights On. And we'll talk soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.